Hi guys, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here for a version of my Finally Friday video, and this week I'm going to show you a fun new card idea that I got from that card summit that I watched, and I wanted to share it with you, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Today we're going to make this teepee card, and it folds up like this to fit in your envelope, but you'll put a little Velcro dot on the back and then it will stand up like this. You can't really see that on the camera. And I didn't put the Velcro dot on the back, but I'm going to give you a little no frills tutorial. And if they set it like this, and you put the Velcro dot on this panel, when it shuts, it'll be smooth, so this will flow a little better than if you leave this side open. It might stick up a little bit. So that's what the gal said from the tutorial that I watched. Erin Reed was her name. And she also said that you could put another piece of paper on this panel if you wanted, but I'm going to leave mine like this. So let me show you. I'm going to just move that out of the way. That was my prototype. So you're going to need 3 pieces of cardstock at 4 inches by 4 inches. You're going to need 1 piece at 3.75 by 3.75 or 3 3/4 square in a color. I almost thought that if you made the card base a color, that would help too. So that's up to you. If you want these to be in a color, you know, shake it up. This is how I made the sample off of her instructions. So this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 square. You need a piece of designer series paper that is 3.5 by 3.5 square. Then you're going to need a 1 3/8 inch square of your coordinating color, and then a 1 1/4 inch square of your designer paper. And then you'll need some embellishment of some sort that you want to put on whichever side you want to show. So if you want it to set like this and hang over, you just need to make sure, for me it went on this side because this is how it's going to go in the envelope, so it can hang over on this side, and a little bit down here you just can't hang over on this side, and so that would be the same over here. It would just be the reverse. Your stuff could hang over this way but not over this, because this is what's going to go in your envelope. So for me, I have a 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 sheet or piece of the Just Jade, and then a 1.5 by 2.5 of the white that I just stamped on because this is no frills video. I didn't want to take up too much time. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your pages in half. So I found, because I got a little bit heavier cardstock, that it was easier for me to score them. So if you have scoring ability, then score it, put your points in the track, and score them like so. And then you're going to fold them in half and ensure that you've got them burnished well. So score them and then fold it back the other way and score them again. So I'm going to pause for a second while I do all 3 of these to keep the length of this video down. Hold on. I have all 3 folded in half now. You want to open them up and put them corner to corner, like so. And then this third one is going to go with the score line up in that same corner and point down. So it's going to look like this. Go ahead, you're going to want to glue down just a little bead along each of these sides. Don't go down too far because the this piece of paper is not going to go down all the way. It's only covering part of it. So I'm going to go up to the corner, and glue it down. And I'm going to do the same over here. Up to the corner and glue it down. And then now that's going to be the card base, like so, the teepee. These are called teepee cards. And then from there, we want to cut our other pieces in half from corner to corner. So we're going to cut all of our big pieces. Probably cut the best with the paper trimmer or your rather than scissors. The little pieces probably cut better with scissors. So I'm going to glue these in place. I think my glue might finally be getting empty. Like so. I don't have a lot of wiggle room there. We're going to glue that one over there. I'm not positive if it matters which piece you put where, but I would suggest that you just try and keep them in the way that you cut them, just to be sure that they're going to slide in there. Because I had some issues on my prototype with my designer paper not fitting, and I think I put them on wrong or something. But we're going to go ahead and glue the designer paper on now over the top. These are really quite simple cards. They just look complicated. My resident creative director was really confused by it, but I think he liked it. He just wasn't quite getting it, and I just said, it's just a cool card fun fold. And I guess he was perplexed at where you could write on it if you wanted to write something, but in my thoughts, if you want to write on it, you could write in here, and then when you put your inside, and then when you put your Velcro dot, it would just be enclosed up inside there if you wanted to write anything. So these two, I just figured would be easier to cut with the scissors, you know, but you got to cut straight from corner to corner, which, well, looks like I cut them both about as equally wonky, so we're good. And they should be a little bit smaller than I didn't go the eighth. I believe that the instructions had them going down 1/8 of an inch, and I believe I went the full quarter. Or maybe I didn't. It doesn't have much of a... And then go ahead, these pieces, we're going to glue them onto the down here at the lower the lower portion. Glue this one together real quick. And then we'll glue it onto the card, like so. I didn't cut that very good. Nice. All right, so there you go. And now your card is virtually done. So I have, I cut out some leaves. And I'll put that on and hang it over the side. Then I'll go ahead, oh, I didn't push all these little pieces out. Oh, sorry. So much for my no frill side. Just put a little bit of the adhesive on there. Glue that down. And then for my sentiment, I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the back. I'm going to use one of these giant ones. And then you don't want it to hang over this way, because when it folds, then it will be in the way of the envelope. It won't fit. So I want to make sure to, I should have folded this before I glued it all down just to make sure it was burnished really well, but do that. And again, I didn't bring the little baby Velcro dots, but as I showed in one of my other Finally Fridays closure options, you can get the little Velcro dots. And because I'll just put a little adhesive right there until I get the Velcro dots, and then it'll close like that, and then there will be your card. And so this can be the focal side for somebody to look at on their desktop or their mantle or wherever they're going to put it. See a little bit of that, and like I said, if you wanted to put something on this panel, you could, just to break up the white, but I don't think you'll need it. I think that it'll look cool just as is. So that's how you make a teepee card. All right, there you go. It's a card. It's not a traditional card, but it's a cool new design of a card. And writing on the other back side of it before you mail it is just the same. Nobody will see it once it's Velcroed shut. So you can write in there and you're good to go. So I hope that you give it a try. If you do, feel free to post it on my Green Thumb Stampers, the Creativity in Bloom Facebook group. We'd love to see what you're up to. Doesn't matter if it's this card, even just post a picture of what you're up to. So thanks a lot, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week.